So I just wanted to make this to clarify the goals and kind of the rules of engagement of the portfolio. So the idea behind it is obviously the daily compounding cycles, but it's to divide. If I say have €10 to invest today, this is to see what would happen if you put €1 into 10 stocks instead of €10 into one. Because there was a bit too much speculation, and everybody's always driving home fundamentals and balance sheets, which is essential for any company, of course. How are you going to know if a company is going to be successful if you never look at them? But I think if you want to spend a lot of time in the markets, or if you're really, really interested in it and you want to look up, like you're good at maths and you're good at economics, and you really want to be able to find these diamonds of companies, then that would obviously be more for you. Like Warren Buffett said himself, that diversification is protection against ignorance. And it's absolutely true, 100%. You could put all your money across 50 companies and hope that they do well, or you could do the work, do the research, and you could pick one. And if that one company goes up 20%, then all of the money that you put in goes up 20%. But what I'm trying to do is to take advantage of this seemingly new concept of fractional shares. Because obviously the big boys, the hedge funds and institutions and market makers, they've probably got all kinds of things that they can do to take advantage. They can be on both sides of a trade and everything. But this idea of being able to put €1 into a stock that costs €50 and to get, let's say you got 0.1 of a share, you would get 0.1 of a dividend. And would it be better for you to divide all of your money out across loads of companies and get loads of little dividends, or put it all into one with the hopes of making a lot of money, but then you get paid 4 times a year, or maybe monthly, 12 times a year? So this is just it's an experiment to see what would happen if you divide it all out. And obviously because there's so many, there's 517 stocks at the moment, so there's some in here that are way, way safer than other ones. Like there's some in here that I'd never heard of. I saw them being suggested somewhere, and I thought, yeah, I'll throw a couple of euro in there, see what happens. But the idea of this is to do as little work as possible with it, and to have daily compounding cycles. So I've done another video. I've only done 2 so far, but I'll do many more on compounding and how it works. And I'll do as many videos about dividends for and against as I can, because it's an experiment. Although it is my portfolio and I hope that it does well, it is an experiment. And if you only stick to the results that suit you, then it's not an experiment, it's a waste of time. So I will get as much as I can, and I'll put all of that up. Yeah, the general gist, the goals and the rules of engagement are daily compounding cycles are more important than anything. I'm not too concerned about balance sheets, or if the stock drops 20% in a day but I'm 40% up on it, I could keep that little 20% profit. I'm not interested. I don't want to be looking at it. Now, every so often I might come across one that's up like 100% or 150%, and the company might have 11 people working for it. Then I might think, right, this money would probably be better off in a monthly paying stock or something. But there'll be no limit to the amount of stocks that can be involved as well. So it's only 517 at the moment, because there's no point in having €1 if you're only going to get 1 cent in dividend payments. So I'm just going to bulk them all up for now. And I'm also going to try and maintain balance. So the whole point of these pies is each company in the pie gets a percentage. So because there's only 4 here, they all get 25%. But when it has an irregular number or an odd number, some will be 4%, other ones will be 3%. But it doesn't matter too much. And now obviously there's so many companies in this that some of them don't deserve to hold the same position as others. You know, something like, I don't know, one of the ones you can't really go wrong with. Even it might have a small dividend yield, something like 3M. I have a small dividend yield, but they've got such a moat of products around them that they're going to keep going. And even if they don't, it'll probably just be a temporary correction. They've got such an advantage in their marketplace that they deserve to hold a much higher standing than a lot of these other tiny ones. And less successful ones, or ones that only focus on one particular thing, like a service or a product, and if that goes wrong, that's it, finished. So at the moment I'm going to try balance them all, but then I'm going to create another pie. I'll probably need maybe 2 pies, because you can only hold 50 stocks in each pie, and make that all the blue chips, so that once all these have a general foundation to stand on, I'll then start putting money just into the blue chips, say after maybe a crash, so that although all of these pies will be balanced, there'll be a separate pie. And if I was to put, say, €50 into 5 blue chips, it wouldn't affect the balance of the rest of these. It will just bulk up the blue chips. And I have the same for the monthly payers as well, because they're more expensive to buy, or sorry, their dividend is much smaller because it's 4 times as regular as quarterly. Or 3 times, sorry. Sorry, it's 2 a.m. here, I'm knackered. Yeah, and other than that, really, it's daily compounding cycles. Try to get a balance, then bulk up the blue chips. I can put as many stocks into it as I want. So if anyone wants to suggest any, or feel free. Yeah, it's mainly really that. It's instead of, like, if I was to get, say, €100 in savings, say at the end of the month or the end of 2 months or whatever, I would put €1 into 100 stocks. I wouldn't put €100 into one stock. And to be honest, I have no idea where it's going to go, but that's the whole point of an experiment, discovery. Yeah, so we'll see what the future holds. I think that's really it. Obviously things will evolve and the rules will change, and it's 521. So now there's 518 stocks. I'll figure it out later. No, balance everything out. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Just kind of a current overview of the goals and the rules of engagement. But I'd say the videos will get a lot cleaner and more efficient as time goes on. But I only recently figured out how to record a video and audio at the same time. So I'm not very tech savvy, so I'll figure it out as I go.